and welcome to another Hodgepodge Australia video. Today I am doing a ruffle cake. If you want to see how I've covered the cake with fondant, you can go back to my rose petal cake at any time. I've got a long tutorial on how I've covered it. This time I'm just showing you the ruffles, and it is a nice quick video today. This cake, I must say right from the word go, is very time consuming, so be ready to put a lot of work into it and get a little bit frustrated here and there as well. I've already done the white layer as you saw earlier, and I've stuck that up the top, and now I'm going to start on my first blue layer. I have made 3 different shades of blue, so I have the white, a light blue, medium blue, and then a darker blue. And we're just going, I have to do this in smaller strips. I have a feeling something was wrong with my fondant. It was really soft, but that's just me, and maybe it's an excuse. You should never blame the tools, you should only blame the person. I always hear my home economics teacher say to me. But anyway, moving back on. We're going to cut small little strips. I'm using corn flour to help me with my ruffling, and then you're just going to use a short little pointer tool or a toothpick, and you're going to push the fondant to stress it, or distress it, whichever way you like to say it, so that it looks like it's ruffling at the edges. Now I found I needed to push the fondant as well with my finger at the end, as you saw there. Otherwise it simply just thinned out the fondant and then it broke, as you'll see in the middle. But at the same time, it doesn't matter if it does break, because you're going to ruffle it up, hence the name of the ruffle cake. You're going to ruffle it around the sides. So bringing your cake down, you're going to add some water to the sides, and it doesn't matter, as you can see my white isn't exactly uniform in size, but it all gets covered by the other ruffles. So the only one you really need to worry about is the bottom layer. Adding some water to the cake, you're going to layer the next piece on, and you're going to scrunch it up and bush it up and ruffle it as you layer it onto the cake. Now, as I mentioned before, this is a time-consuming cake, and it can be a little bit frustrating when the fondant is not cooperating with you. And it's even more difficult to do it on the other side of the cake when you're not actually looking. I was trying to get the video camera to see it, but of course my giant hand got in the way. But as you can see, just adding water to the parts where it's not sticking, adding some more water, sticking it onto the cake, and then you're going to move on to your next piece. You're just going to keep doing this around and around in your different colours until you're happy with the layers. Sticking it on there. I'm going to turn it around in a second, and I'm going to have a good look because I can't see what I'm doing, and I will touch it up, and we'll be back around in a second so that you can see what I've ended up with on that piece. While you're waiting for me to fiddle with this cake around where you can't see in the camera, don't forget to click subscribe on the button that's coming up at the bottom of your screen. It would be great to have you come along and see my other videos that I create. I'm learning as I go, and I hope that you'll learn as I go as well. And I'd love to see anything that you guys create if you are inspired by my videos at all. So hit the subscribe button and make sure you tune in for another video that will be coming very soon. Now that I've finished fiddling with it, here is that one piece I've been working on for the last 4 minutes, and it is now on there. So I'm going to move on to the next piece. Soon you will actually see that I have done 2 layers of the light blue, and you put toothpicks in there to hold your ruffles up while they dry. You will see at the end I have quite a few toothpicks in there, but it helps to retain the shape, and you can't see any of the holes the toothpicks are popped in there when you take it out. Then we've moved on to the next shade of blue. I've done 2 layers of that as well, going round and round. And finishing it off, we've got a nice bottom seam, and we've got some nice ruffles going on there, and it really completes it. It's one of those cakes that as you're going, you're thinking, ah! But at the end, it all comes together, and I've done it as a frozen theme, so I've cut out some matching snowflakes and popped the characters on the top. You can also customize it just with a lovely quilting at the top, and also if you have maybe a baby shower or something, adding a fondant creature to the top. Thanks so much for watching Hodgepodge Australia, and I do hope that you subscribe.